What is up, guys? Doing another one down solo and a build at the same time? My god. We're getting crazy now. Doing two videos at once. I call that efficiency. Alright, let's get right into it. Today, we're doing a Bodhi build. And an ex-president build, of course. And I'm doing White Christmas solo no downs. Alright, let's get into the loadout. So, of course, we're playing as Bodhi. I'm using the platypus sniper rifle, the baby deagle, lovingly referred to as the beagle, ice pick melee, javelin throwable, because it goes with the tribal thing, right? Is that right? Yeah. Using the ex-president perk deck, two-piece suit, which I'll explain why in a bit, and first aid kits. Let's look at the, the doodads we're using on our equipment. Using the beak suppressor, concealment modifier, no gadgets, and the iron sight. Wait, where's it at? Ah, there it is. The iron sight for the platypus. Also, for the beagle, we're using the threaded barrel, champion suppressor, concealment modifier, no gadget, no grip, the spike kit, and no pistol red dot sight. Of course, this is to assist with its concealment so it can work with the platypus to work with the build that we're using. Let's go ahead and look at that. Please notice that I used Swayze. Swayze is the OG. Alright, let's give him some respect. The respect the man deserves. The OG Bodhi, if you will. Uppers to prevent myself from dying. Some converted skills. I'm not using Joker Ace because Joker Ace is just kind of icing on the cake at this point. Let's all be honest. Converteds are damage is not why we get them. However, the time to convert an enemy is actually the big bonus for this skill. Is actually why I normally get it. I don't get it for the damage. Regardless, we don't care about that. Hostage Taker for some health regen to nicely coincide with ex-president's very spotty health regen. We'll leave it like that. High value target aced, so I can shoot tasers from afar because tasers suck. And Bodhi and I are spirit animals in the sense that are spirit animals. Bodhi's an animal. Bodhi and I are spirit brothers because we both hate tasers. Aggressive reload because the platypus reloads slow. Some basic skills in Enforcer that I feel like should just be a part of every single build. Nothing in Technician. We have Sneaky Bastard Ace to get that bit of extra dodge chance going for us. Shockproof because we hate tasers. Optical Illusion is aced to increase the concealment rating of both my guns so that I could get the maximum benefit from Sneaky Bastard. And Silent Healing Basic because we need to do a little more damage with our weapons. I also picked up some pistol skills for the Beagle to make it a little more usable. Alright, and now that we've went through our build, let's go ahead and jump right into the gameplay. So, ex-president, let's talk about it a little bit. It is a perk deck that is beloved by many and hated by several. And when I say hated, I actually mean just because the concept is good. It's a unique idea for a perk deck. It's just that the execution is a little subpar. So let's talk about why. I'm not going to be talking about the run too terribly much, even though I'm going to be including the run as kind of the credentials as to, like, in the title of this video and all that stuff. The run's really straightforward. Simple heist. It's camping, killing, moving between assaults. Easy peasy. Placing first aid kits to and fro, so I have something to pick me up, as I'm sprinting through trying to get to escapes and certain points and so on and so forth. So anyway, talking about ex-president. Ex-president is a perk deck that alters three various factors. Your armor regen speed, which is marginally negligible, I will say. The amount of healing that you get by killing enemies, healing that you store, again, which is negligible. In certain contexts, we'll talk about that though. And as well as what else does it give you? Some dodge chance, right? So ex-president is a perk deck often beloved because you can use it with multiple different types of armors. You can use it with suit, you can use it with LBV, HBV, ICTV. I mean, the rewards you get for all these different armors are different depending on what you pick and things like that, the bonuses and so forth. However, the issue is is this perk deck, not the fact that it spreads itself so thin. I love the idea that this perk deck tries to appeal to a lot of different types of playstyles. You can use armor, you can use dodge, whatever you want to do. That's a good thing. The problem with this build is, one, the numbers don't add up like it needs to, and two, the very way that these things kind of coincide and work together isn't all that effective. So what do I mean by that? So first off, you only get your health once your armor recovers. That's dumb. Two, well, that's not dumb, but I'll talk about it in a second. When your armor recovers and you regain health, no matter how much health you have stored, you will use all of that health that you have stored when your armor recovers. But usual, if you use only bits and pieces of the portions of the health that you needed, this perk deck would be good. What is that? This perk deck being good? Insane! No! Who's ever heard of such a thing? No, I'm just kidding. This perk deck isn't terrible. It's not unusable by any stretch of the imagination. It's just kind of weird to use, because you get your health back when your armor breaks, but why would you want your armor to break? You should want the health regen to cover you for when your armor breaks and you take health damage, not be a penalty for hiding in cover, getting kills, and storing this health, and then when your armor breaks, either by accident or by movement, you're going to get all that health back. If you duck back into cover immediately, you're going to lose all that health store. So, in a sense, the game wants you to sit out for a minute or two so you can lose some health, so you don't feel like all that health that you stored has been wasted. So that is one glaring issue, and probably the biggest issue. Maybe even, yeah, that's just the primary issue that I have with this perk deck. It shouldn't use every single bit of the stored health that you have to heal you. If you're only, if you're healing for 5 points of health, but you have like 50 stored, it should only use 5 points. Or maybe if they didn't want to do it like that, then make it to where, if you had 5 points, I mean, this is, we're getting into the depths of programming. I'm not a programmer. I don't know how difficult any of this is. I have no, this could be stupidly simple. This could be fudging with numbers. I have no idea. But, if you had 5 health, only use 10 of the stored health, use double the amount that you need in order to regain your health. But still retain part of what you had before. Don't, if you're sitting in cover getting a bunch of kills like I have right now, I've got a bunch of stored health, but it was completely useless right there because that shield broke my armor and just immediately went back into a state of just, it was good for nothing. One nice thing though, converted kills do count toward your ex-president health kills, which is really nice. I'll quickly mention the weapons I'm using since I just switched to the platypus and that reminded me. I use the platypus because it's a weapon tied with Bodhi. I use the baby deagle because it's a weapon tied with the point break heist, of course, which is tied with Bodhi. And also, Bodhi's character has a special ability. If you shoot a taser in the head and kill it with a headshot with the platypus sniper rifle, it literally blows their head off. It's not a mod, it looks really dope. Jiro has a similar effect with his katana on cloakers where he decapitates them. It's really freaking cool. I wish other characters had things like this on specials and other standard enemy units. I would like to see that for all the characters added in at some point. Like, maybe for, I don't know, it could just be silly stuff, just cosmetic things. It doesn't have to be really cool, like cloaker decapitations, taser head exploding, I don't know, like, it could just be various things for all the characters. I just would like to see other characters have cool little nifty abilities like this. I didn't know I could shout at this guy from that far away, by the way. I thought that was a little atrocious. Regardless. So Ex-President's glaring problem is the way that it returns your health to you, and not even the way it returns it to you. Giving your health back as your armor regens is fine. It forces you to armor gate and allows you to heal once you armor gate effectively. However, if you're armor gating effectively in the sense that you're not taking health damage once your armor breaks, then all that health that you're storing is then wasted. So I think that it should only return health to you in the amount of health that you need and allow you to retain the amount of stored health for later when you need it. I think that would just automatically make this perk deck way better than it currently is. I also feel like if it gave the health to you when your armor broke in combination with what I had just previously mentioned, this perk deck would actually be ridiculously strong. That might be the reason why they didn't make it like that, why it didn't return health to you when you got kills, and why the health wasn't stored in usages over time and things like that. However, either one of those two small additions, not even in tandem, just those two separate additions would make this perk deck so much stronger in my opinion. Returning health as soon as your armor breaks would allow you to take, maybe just that extra shot or two you need to get behind cover while you're dodging or whatever. The dodge bonuses you get are handy. I wouldn't say they're negligible. You can definitely tell that you're dodging things. It's not as strong, of course, as Rogue or Sicario, but you can definitely tell when you're dodging that you're actually dodging things. I sucked so hard right there, but somehow I got that really close one and missed the guy in front of him. That was awesome. Oh my gosh, that was dope. And then I suck again. Dang it. This is why I wasn't a gladiator. Dang it. Seriously? I was point blank. Okay, never mind. I'm so ashamed of myself. It doesn't matter. Anyway. So, those are the glaring problems I see with Ex-President. And if Ex-President gave the health back on regen and see, this was okay. This is a moment when Ex-President is good. I got shot a little bit once my armor was broken, went back into cover, and I got healed. See, that was fine, but that's how Ex-President should feel. That's how it should work. However, due to the way that it manifests itself and due to the way that it returns your health to you all at once, without keeping any stored extra, and things like that, that's, as I've harped and I shed salty tears throughout this video, that's its glaring problem. If it wasn't like that, I think this perk deck could be a lot stronger, much more well-rounded, and much more well-suited. I don't even think it would be busted. I just think it would be usable, and it'd be really good. I think it would be just as usable as something like Sicario. It has a little niche, and it would allow some diversity. I don't think it would be terribly broken. I just wish to see it returned to a place of heavily usage. These two weapons in tandem were really good. Beagle has good rate of fire, good damage, as well as the Platypus just allowing you to blow through most units, combined with the fact that I had, high value target and things like that. All in all, I don't think Ex-President is terrible. You could probably use it on one down in its current state. However, it could be far more useful without being too broken. Thought that sniper was going to wreck me, but due to the extra health that you get from Ex-President, I didn't have to worry about that. So, that was my Ex-President build, as well as my Xmas 1 down, no downs run, and all that good stuff. And as usual, thank you guys so much for watching.